Hey guys, I'm going to show you some more toy dinosaurs. We're going to take a look at the small playset from Superior called Rulers of the Earth. Actually, all three of their dinosaur playsets were called Rulers of the Earth, just in different sizes. And these came out in 1987. Now, I did a video yesterday that went over the Superior dinosaur figures and the swirl colors and everything noteworthy about them, hopefully. But I did forget to mention that sometimes you can find those pretty cheap in lots on eBay of Marx dinosaurs because they're made from the Marx molds. And sometimes they show up in lots of Marx. And in that case, you might get them for $1 or $2 a piece, because most people don't really know what Superior dinosaurs are. They kind of blend in with the Marx, even though the colors are so striking, because they're made from the Marx molds. Also, somebody on eBay had a listing for a Toy Street Brontosaurus in purple, and it's a recast. It's a Marx recast, just like the Superiors are. But that person was trying to sell that. It was listed as a Superior product, which it's not. It's made by Toy Street. So, if you watch my videos on all these dinosaur play sets and such, you'll learn to avoid some of those confusing situations and know what you're paying for. All right, let's move on with this. Now, like I said, this is the small set. This is not too impressive, really, except for the dinosaurs themselves, and those palm trees are pretty striking with the black trunks. But we're going to start out taking a look at the box. Very small box. It's got a place back there for a hook for a pegboard. So, these were hanging up in whatever stores they sold them in. I never saw them. But they sold somewhere back in 87 and probably 88. And here's the front of the box there. It's got a nice photo set up there with 5 dinos. And I'm going to get into that in a minute. But you get 12 cavemen in 2 colors. And there's the blurbs. 5 thundering dinosaurs, 12 tribal cavemen, 1 land bridge, 1 giant boulder, 8 tropical trees and plants. Now this is number 5503 by Superior. And it's got some pretty cool graphics on the box there. The artwork, is very stylized, but it's cool. And these same graphics show up on all 3 of their playsets, as you'll find out when I do the videos on the other 2. Here's the top of the box. There, as you can see, and they've got a variety of dinosaurs in that picture. They've got 2 from the second series mold group and 2 from the large mold group. Now, these pictures are a bit misleading from what you'll actually find in the set. There's the bottom. That's pretty much the same photos there. And there it says 1987. Superior Toy and Manufacturing Company Incorporated, Chicago, Illinois. And we go to the side panel here, and you got pretty much the same photos and ditto on that one. And on the back, it's got the same photo that was on the front pretty much, and the same information pretty much. Now, there was no paperwork with this small one. It says dinosaurs and assortment may vary. And I think they vary quite a bit, actually, because this one that I got here had 6 dinosaurs. And I'll show that to you in a second. But as you can see, there's the box. There's no paperwork with this small set. There's no playmat. That's it. That's what you get. These 4 bags are still sealed. I bought these from an eBay seller, And I have no doubt but what this is what originally came in this box and was sold new. Because where's an eBay seller going to get these bagged examples of something as scarce as superior dinosaurs, unless, you know, it came with what they're selling. So these are the dinos that came with it. The Marx Medium Mold Group Recast. And with Marx, that was PL750. I don't know what Superior called it, if it was the same, if it was like marked that way on the mold itself, or I don't know. But there's, you know, like a brown swirled Allosaurus in there, and a brown swirled Pteranodon, and a green swirled Allosaurus and Stegosaurus, and gray swirled Hadrosaurus and Trachodon. And there is no more Trachodon in paleontology, but that's neither here nor there. We're talking toy dinosaurs here. This, like I said before, this ain't science. It's called an Edmontosaurus, or they got different names for the duckbills, but yeah, they did away with the Trachodon. And here are the cavemen. Nice, clean versions of the Marx cavemen, the recast. And there you can see that little short guy has a broken spear there. But, you know, it's still sealed. So sometimes that happens. Now, the plastic they used for these superior products is a little bit more hard and brittle than the Marx. The Marx was soft, and it would just bend instead of breaking. And here are the palm trees. This is another highlight for Superior. They like to mold the palm trees in this black or very, very dark brown color with regular green palm fronds and ferns. And it looks really good when you set it up. Pretty striking. And here is another weakness of Superior, the terrain. These two pieces, this is the land bridge and half of the boulder from the Marx playset called Comanche Pass. It was one of the vertical mountain playsets, the Western version. That's where they got their terrain from. And another weakness is the thinness of the cardboard used for the box. In the small box, it's not that big a deal. You see these small boxes. They're small enough to have held together, but the larger boxes, especially the big mountain set, the thin cardboard did not fare well moving around something that large, you know, with that much stuff in it. And as you can see, that's pretty thin cardboard. But the small boxes held up pretty good. And it kind of strengthened them a little bit, you know, having that hanging section back there. But anyway, that's pretty much the contents of it. And I usually set these up, and I will on this one because I have extra pieces. I'm going to leave all this sealed because it's hard to find sealed examples of these parts. That's going to stay that way in my collection, but I'm going to set it up for you using the extra pieces I have. Okay, so let's take a look at this. This is the way some kid might have set this up back in 1987 or thereafter. You know, and it looks pretty good. I'm sure this set didn't cost much. I have the original price tag on my medium size set, and it's 20 bucks. So this little set here, I would assume probably cost about $12. Maybe, well, probably between 10 and 15 anyway. And let's examine this. Let's look at the terrain. Now, those are the two pieces that came in this set that I bought. And you notice that it differs from what's suggested by this picture here. And it says contents may vary. It's a different type of rock arch. It's the bigger type of rock arch. And there are two of the rock arches in that. And there are two boulder halves that came in the Marx Comanche Pass set. But in this set, they only gave you like one each. And I'm pretty sure that was probably, it even says one land bridge and one giant boulder. And they called half of a boulder one boulder. I guess because it's supposed to be sticking out of the ground. Anyway, I combine them and try to make like a little cave setup. There's not a whole lot you can do with that terrain-wise, and there's no water. You know, since there's no play mat and there's no lake piece or pond or anything, there's really no water, and that's pretty much essential for a prehistoric playset to have some kind of water somewhere. Anyway, it's caveman heavy, and they look good. The brick red cavemen recast, and I've got them divided up into like two different tribes here. And you know, like it was in the Turok comic books back in the 60s and 70s, they always had the different weird tribes, you know, and the ant like the spider people tribe and the monkey people tribe and all that. But anyway, I got those guys divided up, and we got one predator in this. Since we only have the 6 dinos from the Marx Medium Mole group, we've only got the one predator. You know, for conflict, to start stirring things up for the playset. And let's refer to the little picture here again. There, it's totally different. It shows 5 different animals. You know, and I don't know if they just like put any 5 in here or, you know, but in this set that I bought, it had the entire medium mole group still sealed in the bag. So I would assume that that was one of the standards that they used, regardless of what it shows in that picture. And some of them, maybe the early ones, did have some of the larger animals added in, and they kind of mixed them up. I don't know. But in this case, by their the way they count pieces, they count the trees and the ferns, even though they're separate pieces, as one whole piece. This would be a 28-piece playset instead of a 27-piece playset, the way they count it. But, you know, that's kind of nitpicking. I mean, in these play sets, they're just kids' toys, and a lot of liberties were taken with contents, and, you know, there's really no hard and fast rule. I mean, even in the original Marx sets, they had great quality control, and they varied quite a bit with the exact pieces that were in their play sets. They just tried to go for a total number of dinosaurs and a total number of cavemen, and, you know, mainly went with whole mold groups. Also, with the Superior, they mix up the colors. They'll give you the mold group, but they mix up the colors. As we see, let me show you this again real quick. Now here is the medium mold group still sealed. You got 2 in the gray, 2 in the green, and 2 in the brown. And when I put our extra pieces down here to set the thing up, I went with that, you know, 2 green, 2 gray, 2 brown. And they might have even mixed it up further, where in some cases it was like 3 of one color and 1 of another color and 2. They probably tried to involve all 3 of their different colors in one set, I would say, but who knows? They might have varied from that. The trees and the ferns look great in that black, the trunks and the fern bases in the black contrast well with the green, you know. You know, it's a fun little play set. It's just the economy version of their 3 play sets, and I'll show you. I'm going to do videos and get those out pretty quick on the larger play sets. But there we have it. There's a look at the Superior number 5503, Rulers of the Earth, 27-piece prehistoric dinosaur play set, which might actually be 28 pieces in some cases. All right, that's it for now, and I'll see you guys soon with videos of the other 2 playsets from Superior.